Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Sinful Colors. It's been a minute since we did a Sinful Colors review. There are two new collections out from Sinful Colors, not counting the Halloween stuff, but two new collections that are fully all new shades. No re-promoted shades is what I'm going for here. So today we're actually going to be looking at the ones that have the silver caps. Sometimes Sinful Colors does like a more elite offering from them. It's not their Sinful Shine line, but these silver caps usually mean that they're going to be the $2.99 price instead of the $1.99. Some of the Kylie Jenner polishes, actually weren't all the Kylie Jenner polishes a little bit more expensive? They didn't all have these caps, but they were a little bit higher priced. So the other polishes look like this, and it's all full of beautiful flakies in lots of different shades, and it's also very beautiful. But when I was swatching these guys, I just felt like formula, all around formula was so good, and there was some really interesting colors here, and for the price I feel like they did such a great job that I wanted to go ahead and review these first. I will do a review on the other one in a few days, but we're going to talk about this one today. So this collection is called the Faceted Illusions collection, and furthermore beneath that it says Intense Trips of Color. So you know, this is going to be intense. It's going to get a little bit trippy in here. No, actually, they're just really beautiful shades, and they all have some extra element to them. So this one, for example, is like this beautiful pinky orchid, but it has awesome turquoise all going through it. Really cool for drugstore, right? This one I have on my nails here. It's a deep, deep teal with shimmer going through it as well. They're all going to have something fun going on with it, and I just felt like there was a pretty good chance that some of you guys are really going to want to hunt some of these down. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this review. On my lips today, to start off with, we have this L'Oreal Glossy Balm in the shade Innocent Coral, and I just love these things. If I could own all of the glossy balms, I would, because I like them that much. So for starters, I found this collection at Walgreens. I was looking at Rite Aid, different Rite Aid locations and Walgreens, and I actually found two different displays for this at the same Walgreens. So the first time I went there, I found a display that had 8 shades in it, and the second time I went there, I found that that display had been taken away, and a larger display was put on an end cap that has actually 9 shades. And I've asked around to some of my girls that really know about Sinful Colors and always have the know, and they confirmed that there are 9 shades of polish in this collection. Now, there's only one that is in that 9-piece shade that you will not find in the 8-piece, so if you absolutely must have this one, when we get to it, you'll see it. You will want to hunt down that slightly larger display. And my favorite way for hunting things down, there are so many Walgreens everywhere around you when you're heading out to work or when you're going to visit family or something, just call ahead and just have the nice people at Walgreens go look for the display. I describe it in detail. I say this is what it's called, and I ask them to go specifically look for it, and if they have it, I say, will you please set it aside? And they're always nice enough to do that for me. So that's what I did. In fact, when Tim was coming home from a business trip, I had called a couple Walgreens on his way home, going through Bakersfield, and found a couple shades that I was missing. So that's how I did it. If you want to hunt these down really badly, I suggest you use that technique as well. So let's get into it. Why don't we go ahead and start with this one. So this blue is actually the only really 3-coater formula out of the bunch. You could do 2 coats on this, but I think 3 coats just looks nicer and richer. So this is the one that is in the 9-piece display. It's on the end cap. And so if you must have this one, you're going to want to look for that larger display. It's called Drop It Like It's Haute, and it's spelled like Haute look. And this is, as you can see, a beautiful sky blue, but it's absolutely riddled with beautiful pink sparks, beautiful pink shimmer. There's some gold shimmer in there as well. I think in order to really make that stand out, they made this polish a little bit sheer, which is why you do need probably 3 coats on this. That's what I'm going to show you anyway. And I really liked it at 3 coats. I thought the formula was great, so I did not mind. Alright, so now we've got that one out of the way. All the rest of these polishes are going to be in the basic 8-piece display that you can find. That will probably be at most Walgreens. So this first one I want to talk about is called Mars Attracts, and I absolutely love this. It's a deeper kind of rose shade, but it has gorgeous gold, and it's kind of going gold to green shimmer going all throughout. I have mentioned many times here on my channel that anything that has gold shimmer in it just has me just like right off the bat. I love polishes when they just bring that gold shimmer from within. It just makes it so special, and then it's just very interesting that it also has that green. So absolutely love this. As you know, Sinful Colors already did a lot of these kind of cream shades with strong shimmer coming from without in the Kylie Jenner collections that just are still completely taking over Walgreens. At least mine, all the Walgreens in my area are still just completely swarmed with Kylie Jenner polishes. I do want to point out that there are some already very similar things that came out in that Kylie Jenner, or in those multiple Kylie Jenner releases. The middle one is the one in today's collection, and then as you can see, we don't have dupes here, but we do have some similar things. So they definitely do like what they've got going on here, and they just keep giving us some variations of it. So the ones I'm showing you that it's similar to, in case you're wondering, we have Crushed Velvet and Trend Matters, but of course both of those are kind of satin matte formulas, so they will look very similar to the one from today's collection, Mars Attracts, if you wear a top coat, but neither of them have the kind of yellow greeny shimmer, but they are pretty similar. Next up we have another purpley pink with strong shimmer in it. Okay, so this time we have Shell Out, and this one is so beautiful. This is definitely one of my favorites, although I really do enjoy the whole collection, but it's a beautiful light kind of mauvey rose with a teal green shimmer going throughout. So really interesting concepts here, and I feel like they pull it off really well. Like what you see in the bottle, you really do see reflect in the nail. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one at 2 coats. Again, you're going to be looking at this polish and thinking that looks really familiar to Kylie Jenner polishes, and you would be right. So it's there on the bottom. The one from today's release is here on the bottom. Next to it we have Karma, and that's another velvet polish, and I feel like that's closest in base hue. And then next above that we have Miss Majesty from the King Kylie collection, and that's the one that you're going to be thinking, wait, didn't they already do that polish? And it is very similar, but the base of the polish is slightly different, but it does have that tealy green shimmer. If it's not the exact same, it's so close that you're gonna have a hard time telling the difference between them, the shimmer that is. The base polish, you will be able to tell the difference, that they're not exact dupes, but I feel like they dumped the same exact shimmer in the 2 polishes. And then on the top we have King Size, and that's another velvet polish. So I think that this one here is the one that you're going to think is so similar that you may not need both of them. If you went ahead and got all of the Kylie Jenner polishes like I did, not necessarily because it's Kylie Jenner, but because the polishes were so beautiful, yeah, as you can see, there are quite a few things already that are just like the one I showed you just now, but it doesn't, you know, take away the fact that it is very beautiful. Next up we have a beautiful orangey peach polish in the collection, and it's called Flashback. And again, we have this amazing, gorgeous golden shimmer running all throughout it. I am showing it to you at 2 coats. This is really delicious, another favorite of the collection, and I felt like this was definitely a really fun color to include. If you're wondering how this compares to a VI Peach from the Kylie Jenner collections, this is a shimmer matte, and to compare them side by side, the one in this collection is much more vibrant. So you can see there. So this is VI Peach, way lighter. And also just a comparison, this one had a lot of gold shimmer in it, but it was very fine, like see the individual particles kind of shimmer, where this is a shimmer that's just rippling all throughout the polish. So yeah, definitely different. And VI Peach, I didn't even really like the formula on it, so definitely like this one way better. Let's talk about this green that I have on my nails here. This one is called Opal Essence, and this is just a beautiful deep teal, and this is so glossy on its own. It's great at 2 coats, and it has, when you look in the bottle, it has this very cool ripple of purple kind of duochrome. When you look at it on the nail, you don't get that effect. You just have the very fine shimmer that's in here. I think it's a silver shimmer. It is still very beautiful though. I think people might wonder how close this compares to the Kylie Jenner polish called Kryptonite. They are not similar in formula, and as you can see, they are not dupes for each other, but I thought people might wonder as they are bright greeny teal shades. So anyway, as you can see, not at all similar, and this one, Kryptonite, is a much thinner kind of formula. Next up we have this kind of indigo mixed with denim shade. This one is called Liquid Iris. So it's definitely purple, but I feel like it's also definitely blue. This one is, again, super duper gorgeous. Just like the green we were just looking at, it does have the very fine silver shimmer in it. And as you roll the bottle, you can see lots of different hues of purple in there. You can see some plum, and then the indigo again, and then I can see blue. So very, very fun, beautiful at 2 coats, really enjoyed it. Alright guys, so we've got 2 more purples, the first of which is a very iridescent, opalescent looking polish, and lots of times in the past when I've reviewed polishes like this, they've been so sheer that it's disappointing. You have to wear them as a top coat, etc., etc. This one is called Set the Duotone, and I loved this. This may be my favorite out of the collection because even though it's on the sheerer side, it looks so cool when you go, like, when you take your nail. It's basically a duochrome polish, but it's in the drugstore, and you can just flash your nail from one angle to the other and you see very strong difference. You're looking at a purple polish and then you're looking at this beautiful oil slick looking color. It's very, very cool. I loved this. It's really hard to pick favorites, but I feel like if you are a Sinful Colors collector, I think that you should grab this one. Next up we have the last purple, and this is called Flash Dance, and this is very similar to the green and the kind of, well, it was called Liquid Iris, this one here, but as you can see, very different in shade. This one is much more plum toned, but it's got those very small shimmers in it, and this one is less duochrome looking on the nail. This is just more kind of a straight up plum with lots of shimmer in it, and it did have a beautiful formula at 2 coats. Very last up we have a silver polish in the collection, and this one is called Chromatic Fanatic, and I actually didn't end up caring for this very much, and the reason is, well, there's a million silvers out there already, and I feel like they could have done something much more interesting in this collection. You may love this though, I hope that you do. This just wasn't really my favorite. Alright guys, so that's the whole collection. I hope that this really helps you decide which ones are must-haves. Actually, if I'm really honest, for me they are all must-haves except for the silver. I was really in love with this collection. As far as formula, as far as inventiveness, I can't get enough of that shimmer from within, so I really think that you should go out and hunt these out. And this is not a sponsored review, as I always say. I just always feel like if I'm really recommending something to you guys, you must be thinking, well, she has some ulterior motive. No, it's just because I really love nail polish and I really enjoyed putting these on. I mean, I enjoyed the swatching process. I enjoyed wearing every single one of them. So that's how I know that something's really good. I wish you the best of luck in finding these. If these haven't popped up in your Walgreens, maybe just wait a little while. Every week or so you could call your Walgreens and ask them if they're in. That's what I like to do when I'm stocking nail polish. I hope we have that in common. I hope you had some fun hanging out with me today and you found this review helpful. If you did, go ahead and give my video a thumbs up. I will see you back for my next review, and take care until then. Bye!